detailed critiques, good stuff. I'll post earlier next time. My bad. It's okay.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, I think judging from what people were saying, the format wasn't clear, and I think we'll probably just have to go back and review with the mods to see how we can make it more clear for next time.
Like
But
articulate it better. Yeah.
yeah, but if this is something you guys like, let us know. Give us feedback in the jam suggestion. Like if you want this, and maybe we'll consider like adding it like once a month or something. Because
Yeah.
we both
I
really enjoy doing this.
Yeah, we had a good time doing this. So that was Claymaker's original back in December.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull the draw over here. Here it is. So I think you did a pretty damn good job, just by default here, man. But I did a little bit of a paint over for you too. So your proportions were actually super close. So I was kind of eyeballing it out. The main thing for me, I think, is that the jaw and the chin, if you're going for like 1-to-1 accuracy, the chin could be a little bit lower, a bit more chiseled, which is kind of crazy because the guy is like already super chiseled in your drawing, but he actually has a really defined jaw. So bringing like that kind of chin down lower and that jawline a bit more chiseled in was one of the main things I saw. The outer contour of the cheek and the nose are pretty good. That's actually one of the trickiest things to hit on this pose too. The lips could be, I think, transitioned and shifted canvas left a bit more too. Just getting like that outer lip edge a bit more. That was really the main thing in terms of kind of capturing the likeness. Maybe also just a bit of a transition on the eye, the canvas right eye, a little bit too. But again, super minor stuff. I feel like. Nyack, what's up, man? How you doing? That was the big thing in terms of kind of capturing the likeness. In terms of color, your color was actually pretty good, but you tend to work very sort of desaturated and a bit gray in a lot of your tones. And the tricky thing about this reference was that his midtones had a bit more saturation involved. So I think it might have just been more conservative. You were maybe kind of scared to kind of push into maybe more of not scared, but you weren't really used to me working the skin tone, and you kind of went more desaturated gray. Where his mid-tone, like this section here, like above like that cheek highlight, that actually was a bit more color put into it. There was more saturated kind of tone put into it. The only really super desaturated areas were a bit more of the highlight, like in the very select highlight areas, like right in that cheek edge, for example. One of the notes I actually made too is I liked how you rendered the face. I think it actually kind of creating a sharper edge here, a sharper kind of a cheek edge in terms of the value transition. Actually, will emphasize that shape a lot more. It'll be a bit more chiseled looking. I think overall your color selection too could trend a bit cooler. The only real significant number of warms that I noticed were maybe more canvas left, like these like shadow areas up here too on the forehead, on the brow. These kind of typically kind of trended a bit more kind of reddish purplish tones, where a lot of the canvas right side of the face was pushing even more into the purplish blues. So maybe just kind of some food for thought right there. What else did we talk about?
Okay.
Pushing the darkest values darker was a big thing too, Clay. So like it's pretty minor, and your dark values are pretty damn good. But like this little minor shadow up here by the orbital socket, like right up in this area, like pushing even darker there to kind of really define like that transition, that hard transition. And even like the chin had some like darker areas too. They can probably push a bit more. But yeah, I think overall it was a really strong study. I think the skin tone lended itself to more bluish purple tones for the majority and fewer warm tones that you had gone for. And I think really the key thing too is pushing saturation back into your midtones on the study itself. Thanks very much, by the way, doing the SJ command. Definitely check out Pam's stream too if you're not in there.
Jason says I follow James already. You love art streams. Oh, welcome, Jason. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you.
What's up, Jason? He said he started with monochromatic. I was thinking more blues in the skin tone. Yeah. You really weren't far off. You really weren't. Like it's actually pretty close, man. But that was my biggest thing. I was actually color picking what you had chosen for your color flats and stuff, especially like that centered canvas, and a lot of it really pushed desaturated almost towards the grays. So I think that was a big thing that you can make, a really simple change right there. And I think trending more cool on canvas right, maybe transitioning to maybe more warmth on canvas left. But that's really it, man. I think the general proportions on this was really, really strong. So, yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm like changing through all my tabs because I'm posting these in the mod channel. And since we either have Discord or this up right now, y'all get to see me cycling through this.
Dark Hero says, "Do we have to finish these tonight?" No, you don't have to. You don't have to finish these tonight. So it's
yeah.
I'll tell you what.
This is actually kind of for you guys to post onto Instagram too.
I'm gonna real quick.